The Lizzo situation took another turn, and for her, it took quite a while because, you gotta take wide turns when you're that size. Lizzo plans to sue the dancers who are accusing her of sexual harassment. That's why, when I initially did my take on the topic, I thought, well, there's two sides, and for her, of course, very broad sides to every story, and we got to hear it out because obviously the lawsuit that came from the dancers had some very spicy allegations, very, very outlandish allegations, and if they are true, very heinous, very hilarious, but also very, very terrible for her reputation. Of course, she was body shaming and wasting bananas like that in Amsterdam. It's like, why? And again, it ran through my list of reasons why I thought, seems believable, but again, kind of got to see proof. Okay, I've been around the block long enough to know that I don't just hashtag believe all women. Of course, at the end of the day, these are still women making the accusations, so you know what, I got to keep it a buck and hold true to my principles. I want to see evidence. So now we're seeing the other side of this. So okay, does this clear anything up? Well, we'll see. So new photos show accusers posing with topless dancers in Paris weeks after claiming singer forced them to banana sex acts in Amsterdam. So it's kind of whataboutism. It's like, okay, you guys were on tour, okay, you had a bad experience in Amsterdam, but you guys had a great experience in Paris. Yeah, I don't really know what to believe. This was too sexually charged for some people. And then you also have that clout-seeking documentarian that said that Lizzo's a narcissist, which also, well, when you're of that size, you might have good thoughts, but then they also get stuck in your gravitational orbit, so they'd never really have a chance to leave. So, it all kind of lines up. Like I said, I just want to find some truth here. Which is truth? What's real? Your truth, my truth, or the truth? I'd rather hear the truth. Lizzo is planning to sue 3 of her former backup dancers who are currently suing her over claims of sexual harassment. Remember, this is all going down in the civil court. There's nothing criminal about this at all because I don't know what the statute is of eating, bananas at a hooker snatches. I don't know what that is. What would you charge for that? Okay, I can't believe that that's a sentence, but it is 2023. Crystal Williams, Noel Rodriguez, Ariana Davis are accusing the Grammy winner, Lizzo's 35. All right, then. Doesn't look a pound over 38, if you ask me. Heavy emphasis on the 8. Sexual and racial harassment. Oh my God. She wasn't even just going, you're fat, but she was going like, you're really black and fat. Wow. Evil woman. And creating a hostile work environment. Okay, alleging the plus-sized pop icon dragged them. Well, if she was body shaming them, she wouldn't be dragging them anywhere. Along to degrading sex shows while on tour in Europe in February and March. Well, to be fair, you could also go to those same degrading sex shows in the United States. They just double as sidewalks in San Francisco. Lizzo has vehemently denied the allegations against her in a lawsuit, which accused her of pressuring the employees to touch nude performers at a club in Amsterdam. Among other claims that include weight shaming. New photos obtained by the Daily Mail, they had to get a special camera, that's why it took them so long, have emerged of the trio happily posing, happy hippos, with topless performers backstage. All right, at the Crazy Horse Cabaret in Paris on March 5th, 2023. Oh, they were just doing an early celebration from a birthday. Lizzo's attorney, Marty Singer, told Daily Mail that the plaintiffs were happily cavorting backstage and gleefully reveling in applesauce because somebody was allergic to bananas, and that's how this all got kicked off, claiming in their lawsuit that they were forced to go against their will. In a statement, Singer said, the old saying goes, a picture speaks 1,000 words, and we've got 3 of them. And I wonder if it's just by size or by the amount of paper needed to print off the photos, if that translation goes up, if there's inflation involved. I've got jokes for days, kids. The photos and videos. Ooh, they got videos as well. The plaintiffs, Ariana Davis, Crystal Williams, Noel Rodriguez, happily carousing backstage with the performers in topless cabaret. Show at the Crazy Horse Cabaret in Paris speaks volumes. And here they go. And oh my God, not a looker among them. That is horrifyingly awful. I thought the women in Europe were supposed to be attractive. In their lawsuit, the 3 plaintiffs claimed that they were forced to go back to go to the show at the Crazy Horse against their will on March 5th. Oh, Oh, and then he got photographic evidence that they look awfully happy to be there. In fact, after they watched the topless dance show, they went backstage with the other big girls dancers to meet the performers. Photos and video of Ariana Davis, Crystal Williams, Noelle Rodriguez happily cavorting backstage, Crazy Horse dancers who were wearing colorful wigs. Aw, pigs in wigs. These images showing the three plaintiffs gleefully reveling backstage. How many times do I gotta fucking read that shit? Okay, buy a copy editor for Christ's sakes. A few weeks after the visit to Crazy Horse scene, in the images, all three plaintiffs had a break and chose to re-up and return for the third leg of Lizzo's tour. Well, you need that, otherwise she'd tip over and then there'd end up being a 6.8 earthquake on the Richter scale. Anyways, but yeah, Lizzo's team slammed for victim shaming over ex-dancer's lawsuit. Grammy-winning lawyer threatens malicious prosecution action. And this is why I say never, ever, ever get in bed with the left. Well, I'm defending Lizzo in as much as, I want to. That's actually not because I want to. It's because I'm a man of principle. It's why you can never be, woke enough? No. You constantly and consistently have to adhere their goofy-ass standards, their ever-shifting goofy-ass standards. So what do we got? In the verbal clash between Lizzo and a trio of dancers suing the Grammy winner for sexual harassment, fostering a hostile work environment, discrimination, and more, has seen the gloves come off. Did they have to get greased first? That's all we need to know. Our clients aren't afraid of Singer or his empty threats or his victim shaming. Oh, you just love the language creeping. And Nima Ramani, attorney for the dancers, I'm not reading their names again, all of those fat broads, told the Deadline on Wednesday after Lizzo's lawyer, Marty Singer, earlier in the day, the case is peppered with a range of factual inaccuracies. Well, sure seems to check out so far, at least with the evidence that you provided. You still haven't provided any evidence that would exonerate her from the banana incident in Amsterdam. Waiting for that one, I guess. I've handled thousands of cases, all right, ambulance chaser, including prosecuting drug cartels, so we have no plans to back down. The Los Angeles-based Ramani said, let's see if Singer can actually try a case in a courtroom instead of the media. Oh! Also the sound that all of those backup dancers were making whenever catering would come out at one of the shows. Oh! In the complaint against Lizzo, Big Girls Big Touring Incorporated and Lizzo's dance team head Shirley Quigley seeking unspecified damages following Lizzo's Watch Out for the Big Girls contest. It's impossible not to. Alleged that they were body shamed, put through self-describing excruciating auditions like having to stand for 20 minutes unassisted for the jobs after they were accused of drinking on the clock and held to prohibitive soft hold retainers. Okay, and having an immediate harsh impact on Lizzo and her fans and more. Not her bodysuits, those are well reinforced. The suits also allege that the dancers were forced to attend and participate in sex shows while on tour. The Paris Crazy Horse Cabaret had their virginity mocked. Hey, that's a little fucked. Suffering false imprisonment and were subjected to religious diatribes. Okay, you're virgins in 2023. Regardless of the size that you look, you're still a woman. You can get sex on demand. Not being religious? Maybe it was a different type of religiosity. Building off statements he made Tuesday, Singer, no stranger to the pugilist approach to his clients, ripped into damning complaint filed by the former tour dancers earlier this month, noting that the photos of the plaintiffs and Lizzo having a blast backstage at Crazy Horse, as well as agreements dancers, thanks Deadline, inked it to stay on the third leg of Lizzo's The Special tour. How special is it? Well, already made enough fat jokes. Don't need to get fully canceled for retard jokes. I guess I just made one. Oopsie daisy. Agreements that came after the allegations and question occurred. Irrefutable photos and videos, along with the additional substantial evidence, proves that there's glaring contradictions between the plaintiff's claim and their bogus lawsuit and the actual proven by the facts, Singer said. Exactly. And if that's the first in a very long line, you know what? I kind of do retract that, okay? The chick in the green wig in the front, you can kind of see right there. She looks like she might not be that bad. But then again, she works at a whorehouse. So, you know what? You just go ahead and hold that L. And I could only imagine, Lord have fucking mercy. Just think how awful. Oh, that fucking room's gotta smell. Fried chicken, plan B, and a whole hell of a lot of shame. I guess the banana probably takes, you know, a little bit of the edge off. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.